Today I'm going to be helping you get better at FC24 once again. We're going inside my mind. I'm going to be taking you through the decision making process in order for you to get the most wins this weekend in Foot Champions. Subscribe. You guys have loved these videos. If you're new, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't sub. You will improve by watching these videos. So go ahead and subscribe. Let's try and hit 200 likes. And if you have any questions, comment down below. Let's get into it. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. Okay guys, so for context, if you are new, because there's a lot of new viewers to the channel, I'm an ex-professional player. We're going to go into a game and I'm going to be taking you through my thought process, every single thing I do. I want you guys to do your best to apply this to your game. You will improve. I've helped thousands upon thousands of people get better at FIFA over the years, and it will be no different with you. Sometimes it's not about not being able to improve, it's about not understanding where you need to. So we're going to be focusing on that. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, our opponent seems to have a very decent team there, just based off of his back line. But we're going to go into it. We're playing a 4-3-2-1. Of course, this is now on the new patch as well, so the game has slightly changed. I've spoke about it a little bit and I don't feel it's too different. But anyway, we've taken our kickoff and we're just fullback to fullback switching, recycling the ball. I'm calling my wingers back to me there. Little driven pass into an L1 sprint boost, but he defends it well. Second man pressing now. Got to mark this run in behind. So we're going to second man press and then manually also mark. We're going to have to step in and make a tackle there. Get super unlucky. But we've got to try and keep our composure as we do, and we do get the ball with Blanc. Looks like our opponent may possibly not want to be in for a game like this. We'll have to see what he does, but we'll do our best to try and get a decent goal. A little bit rushed from me, and is this opponent going to leave? Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. No, he's actually staying, which is a relief. Okay, so we take our time on the throw-in, another fullback to fullback switch. I know you guys don't like seeing the switches. I do my absolute best at all times to show you how to play at a high level, and you just can't play at a high level on this game without switching the ball across. It just is how it is. Okay, we're going for a little 1-2 here. Driven pass actually into an L1 sprint boost with Puskas. We're going to try to ball roll inside, but it didn't come off, unfortunately. Got to be super careful here. He's got his runner in behind. Look, he's going to try and cut inside. We step in with Blanc again, who's having a good game here. And once again, we're going to hit the line. I've sent Puskas on a run with L1. Same with Neymar there. Just going to take our time. Unlucky. It's one of those. Maybe I could have tried to force a pass into my other forward and it would have worked. But once again, offside trapping. We may have mistimed it. Tried to save myself with a keeper movement. That's an example of a mistimed offside trap. If you guys you know, have been watching these videos, you know that win, lose or draw, I always upload these. I think there's value even if I lose, which we haven't yet on one of these. But trust me, a loss will be going up at some point. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. We're leaving the ego at the door, and it's about actually helping you guys improve. Okay, so we've got Militao running down the wing here. Get unfortunate. We're not playing the best game here, and this is going to sometimes happen in Foot Champs as well. You're not always going to be playing your best, and that's when you've sort of got to learn to ride out a game and not let it get messy, and then get back into it at a later time. But we're going to send Puskas on a run with L1. We're going to fake the player lock, which is going to give us all the time in the world to just run down the wing here. We're going to fake the player lock again, gives us even more time. Cut the ball back to the edge. Get the ball into Modric. That is such a good tackle from Virgil there. We step in really well. We've got an opportunity here with Modric. We fizz the ball in. Neymar, beautiful. Nice stuff. We reacted well. Obviously switched the play. Turned it over with Modric. And then we're able to fizz in a driven pass to our forward. L1 sprint boost there with Salah. Just a dart past the fullback. We'll play the inside pass. I'm triggering L1 runs. Little player lock to cut it back. And just like that, we are 2-1 up. You can see the effectiveness of the player lock there. Just pulling our player back. He wasn't expecting it. It all happened very quickly. And in the blink of an eye, we have turned the game around. Second man pressing again. We've got to take our time now. The opponent's going to be frustrated. Do not give the ball away like I just did in the middle. That is, that's how you lose a game. Okay, have the ball with Beckham. Little switch over. We'll send Puskas with L1 just to make him think about, you know, having to cover the run. We will switch it to our other fullback here. I'm using R1 again to call Salah back. And he's just about got back into position. L1 sprint boost again down the wing. Ball roll just to shield it. And we do win the throw-in. Going to take our time on the throw-in as always. Good strength from Salah. We'll bait the player lock again. Nearly get lucky and bounce our way through there. That would have been very fortunate for us, but it doesn't happen on this occasion. Okay, good stuff. He's struggling to deal with the press, which is always nice when the press is coming off. I do feel that is one thing you can manually press a little bit better on this patch, or at least I feel that so far. I'm not really sure why though. But okay, we're going to ball roll inside. Fizz a driven pass to Neymar. L1 sprint boost. Look for the pass across. And that is 3-1. So now at this point, it's about just not giving anything silly up. You've always got to be aware of the press from the opponent. We're going to call Salah short of R1 again. Fizz a ball into the middle of the pitch. And then fizz a long pass all the way out to our fullback. We'll bait the player lock again. See how much time it gives us because he thinks about doing something else. That is something you guys need to add into your game. R1 dribble in down the byline here. We're looking for the cutback. And he does give away the corner. From here, we'll try and score directly. We're going to step over towards the outside. Back post cross. Little fake shot. Oh, we shot cancelled with Modric. Got super unlucky. We're going to recycle the ball now. If you win it back in an example that I just did, the last thing you want to do is just recycle the ball back to your opponent by spamming pass. Like, take your time, work the play, and just create another actual clear-cut chance. We're going to play a lock again. Just buy us a little bit of time. Militao is so bad on the ball. It's criminal. Okay. R1 dribbling with Neymar, who's one of the best in the game here, by the way. Same with Militao. We'll fizz a little chip through ball over the top. More R1 dribbling. And he's really struggling to deal with us out wide. But you can see here now, we're at a point in the game, I was going to say, where we're recycling and keeping the ball well. We do win it back quickly, though, which is always very nice. Do give away a throw-in. Got to be careful here because it's the 45th minute and our opponent has the last attack. We may be able to recover with Van Dijk here. We're going to look for the cutback. There we go. We are able to sniff out the danger and play the ball out. So that's a really good half. We're in a tough position at 1-0 and we've actually managed to come back and make it fairly comfortable in the end. It's one of the more comfortable games so far that we've actually had in this sort of video. So a good half, and we don't really need to change anything. Obviously we can expect that the opponent is going to come in with the press at some point, and that's when we've got to adjust our game, take extra care keeping the ball and stuff like that. But as of now, you know, it feels like we can just go and score more goals, and that is going to be the aim here. So we're going to make sure we don't give anything easy up. The second man press wins us the ball back there. A little precision pass into Beckham, and then we'll switch the ball across to our fullback as we have been. We'll bait the player lock again. He's been really struggling to deal with that. It's such a useful tool for just giving you an extra couple of seconds to make a decision. Good press from our opponent there, to be fair. He gives the ball back though. I think this opponent's head has gone, and that can happen to people. He was obviously a high-level opponent, being in this division, but he's really, really struggled here. Player lock once more. Little drag back there. We fizz the ball into the middle. Driven past to Salah. L1 sprint boost, but he does deal with it well. Nice press there. Really good press. We've done that so many times. That is something you can do. Like, if you lose the ball and stay on the player you lost it with, you really can just step in and win it back very quickly. It's super effective. Okay, so we've got to be careful here. It does seem that he's pressing a little bit more. We'll switch the ball over to our other fullback. Player lock again. We'll actually use it this time, though. Is Neymar fouled? No, he's not. We get lucky, win the ball back again. Try to do some step overs there just to get away, but it didn't quite work. And now he is in. We've got to be super careful. Think about our goalkeeper movement here. We move Allison to the side, and it does bail us out of trouble. That's some nice keeper movement there. Offside trapping, get that line nice and high again. Got to be careful of the back stick header. He does mess the header up, thankfully for us. And now we can take our time and play the ball out of the back again. So we get the ball with Virgil, driven pass out towards Salah on the wing. I'm always using these driven passes, by the way, as you may have noticed. That was a really nice first time through ball there. Good strength from Salah. R1 dribbling down the byline. We're going to try and cut the ball back towards the edge of the box. Fizz another driven pass in. Virgil does well, but we get a lucky bounce and make it 4-1. That is the benefit of having these 5-star weak foot players. You see when Neymar there, like the ball can fall on either foot, and you've got to be prepared. He nearly bangs in a finesse there. But at this point, 30 minutes left, 3 goals up. You should never, ever be giving a game away. And I'm going to exaggerate the point here. You're going to see we're going to manage the game well, keep possession. And that's what you've got to do if you're against an opponent that's either better than you or similar to your level. Because they're going to turn on team press and it's going to start getting difficult. So you literally just want your opponent to touch the ball as little as possible. You can make use of the fullback switch as you saw me do there. We cut the ball back into the middle, back to our centre back, and then we have another fullback switch on. We'll play the ball here. Cut inside, one more extra pass, and that is a beautiful goal from Neymar. That extra pass in the box is so important. I think a lot of people just panic and shoot when they get the ball in that area, but quite often you do have that extra passing option, which is super valuable to hit. So we get another goal, get the ball with Puskas down the line, and at this point this opponent is just really struggling to deal with it. We'll play the extra pass again, little fake shots cut, and that is 6. So a really good performance here actually against a decent opponent who I do think has lost his head at this point. But the point still stands, you know. This guy won't be easy to beat. I imagine he's at least a 16-win player in the weekend league. So you're going to come up against this sort of guy. And I've shown you so far how you can dismantle an opponent like this. So we're going to switch quick, hit the line, get unlucky there. We're going to switch off of our player, second man press, back on him when we saw the heavy touch. And now we're just managing the clock. But hopefully you guys have got some value out of this. You know, at this point the game is dead. You know, he's never, ever, ever getting back into it as we score our 7th. But hopefully you've enjoyed it and got some value. As always, please do leave me questions. I'll reply to as many as possible. Let me know if you're new to the channel and end up subscribing as well. I do really appreciate it. We've gained a lot recently. Maybe one day we can actually get that 100k. That is the absolute dream. We're going to play an over-the-top through ball to our fullback here. Little fake shot to cut inside. He actually didn't do it, but it worked anyway. We cut the byline. Little drag back with Neymar, but his AI does step in and win him the ball back. We've got to cover Aubameyang in behind, as we do. And now we're just taking our time. Guys, there's not much more left. I don't think you're going to get much value out of this, so I am going to cut the video now. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know if there's anything else that I can do to help you. Questions. I do have a link to my Patreon in the description as well. But thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one, and peace.